Hey there, my name is Drew Barantini. I'm the VP of Product at Scite, and I want to walk through our MCP admin tool, which will show you how you can get better insights into how your team is using the Scite MCP as part of their research. Now, the overview is the first tab you're on. We're looking at the MCP for a fictitious company just for test purposes called Mario's World. In this overview tab, you're just going to get what you would expect, an overview of the data. So some configuration options to set usage limits, administrator access, the audit log. So this is disabled here, but if you want to have the audit log shown, you could turn this on and it will show user activity to be tracked and visible so you can get better insights into how the MCP is being used. Then there's some nice stats here. So we can see there's the total number of AI reads, which is essentially a count of the number of times that papers are retrieved in an MCP call. So if a user makes a request inside of an MCP and it returns 10 papers, that would be 10 AI reads. There are also unique papers, so seeing how many unique papers are being used inside of MCP or referenced, active users, and total sessions. So these are good high-level overviews that you can track here. The content access tab allows you to add publishers or journals that you want to add to grant additional content access to in the MCP server. So a couple of these that are configured here, and you have a dropdown that you can use to search for publishers or for journals. So we have Springer Science, Elsevier, Science and Nature. We have these other journals here, as well as these publishers listed as well. You don't have to do anything here, but these can be added. The usage tab gives you a nice visual representation of the usage of MCP across your users. So you can get a chart here to see over time, month by month, across whatever range you want to look at to see how many of those AI reads and total reads are being completed within that given time period across each of these months. You can see the usage by user. So you can see here for each of these individual users, there's a total read, there's a number of unique articles they're looking at, the number of sessions, and even when they're last active. And you can download this as a CSV if you want to export it and take that data further and analyze it. The LibKey and OpenURL tab allows you to configure your institution's link resolver and LibKey integration for proxy. So this allows you to get full text access for your users through the MCP server with your institutional holdings. So you can see here, there's an example proxy URL set up, there's an OpenURL link resolver set up, and nothing set for the link resolver image URL and the LibKey library ID. Once these are in there, these holdings that you have access to will come through into the MCP itself, which you think is a really valuable way to get access to your institutional data. And the collection gaps here is another interesting part of that because it's going to show you what papers your users attempted to access the full content for through the MCP, but there were missing entitlements, so they couldn't get it. And this is really what you can use to manage your content and identify publishers and journals that people are trying to look for, some gaps in your coverage to try and get coverage there so that you can move it into your overall setup with LibKey and OpenURL and other proxies you have set up. And then the last tab here is the counter reports. So counter reports allow you to download these counter style usage reports that have total reads, unique articles, unique users, and unique sessions. You can look between monthly summary and a per user item report. You can look across a range and set specific dates if you'd like to, and then download a CSV for this. Now, this is a quick run through of the MCP admin. We think there's a lot of benefit here that can enable you and your team and your organization to improve your workflows. But as always, we're looking for feedback. We're trying to make this better, and we're rapidly improving this over time and adding new features and functionality as we hear about that feedback. So please let us know. Thank you.